There will always be unexpected accidents. The Pandacan Oil Depot is not safe in these kinds of accidents. The Pandacan Oil Depot consists of different kinds of oils, from crude oil, gasoline, LPG, and jet fuels. It resides on 33 hectares of land owned by Shell Philippines, Caltex, and Petron.
An international standard of security and safety of a buffer zone must be 1.5 to 2 kilometers in radius. A buffer zone is a vacant lot that is between a facility like oil depot and a residence area. The buffer zone in Pandacan area is useless because the people squats near the oil depot. PUP, whose population consisting of 60,000 individuals, is more or less 100 meters far from the Pandacan Oil Depot.
Based on what the experts have said, former Commissioner Magno of HLURB Environmental Planner, we are the only country in the whole world which still has oil depots situated in a densely populated area. The oil depots don't belong to the country's capital, especially where the seat of power resides. Nicolas Pasinos Jr. There are locations that are more and considered major threats than the bridges. In fact, if you visit the oil complex like the Shell Company, sa kapitbahay pa lang, yung mga nakatayong structure doon, pwede na silang tirahin eh. Former Kadungog, former Presidential Security Group, a terrorist attack in the Pandacan Oil Depot would have a hard time securing the first family. We cannot evacuate by air or by sea. The only way to extricate the first family is by foot, because the streets surrounding the palace will be choked by panic among the motorists, and this scenario puts the first family and our country in a precarious situation. Director Aidan Tasker Lynch, Executive Director, Philippine Society of Emergency and Medical Technology. If a disaster occurs in the Pandacan Oil Depot, which hosts the facilities of the three big oil companies, namely Petron Corporation, Shell Petroleum, and Chevron Corporation, the blast radius of an explosion would be at least 1.5 kilometers, and the resulting fire could reach a radius of 10 kilometers or as far as Quezon City and Pasay.
Medical Services Incorporated is a laboratory based on America. According to the air samples gathered here in Pandacan, benzene has a reported value of 9.1 micrograms per cubic meter with the following compositions. Benzene is known to be one of the most carcinogenic substances in the world. Long-term exposure to benzene can cause several types of cancer, such as lung, liver, ovarian, breast, and stomach cancer.
Although the Supreme Court had spoken about the issue of residing of the Pandacan Oil Depot, the City Council counteracted by passing the Ordinance 8187. The Ordinance 8187 is an ordinance allowing them to construct highly dangerous toxic producing industry in the entire Manila. This serves as dextrose in order to extend the lives of the oil depots in Pandacan. We are not expecting that the people who are supposed to protect us are the ones who are risking our lives.
The presence of the oil depot poses threats to the residents of Pandacan. It can be hazardous to their health and could cause cancers and other lung-related diseases. If an inevitable accident occurs, such as an explosion, fires could reach up to 10 kilometers and could end the lives of the many. So, if such an explosion occurs, would there be enough time for the residents to evacuate the area?
The Pandacan Oil Depot will be relocated. The obvious outcome will be fuel runouts and disruptions in operations. And alongside with it, the price of oil will rise, and the people living here will lose their jobs and businesses, and illegal settlers will be relocated.
But the oil firms support the residences by granting scholarships, providing livelihood training, benefits, and free food during holidays. They also conduct regularly safety drills for the residents.
Andito po tayo ngayon sa Barangay 836, Zone 91, kasama si Chairman Santos. Magandang umaga po, sir.
Good morning din sa inyo.
Sir, napansin po namin katabi niyo lang po yung oil depot. So hindi po ba kayo nababahala na andyan lang po sila sa tabi niyo?
Actually, meron ding mga ganun pangyayari na nangangamba din kami. Pero since na nandito na rin ako pinanganak sa area na to, ay sanay na kami. Ibig sabihin, sa sitwasyon dito, ay palagi naman kami nasa safety kasi nagtuturo kami palagi diyan sa depo. Kung binabahala nyo na kailangan yung area namin ay mapanganib, mas panganib pa yung tumatakbong mga trailer sa daan. Kasi yung tumatakbong trailer sa daan, ayan ay medyo delikado pa. Pero pag dito sa loob, kasi ang ano ng depo at saka ng mga komunidad, may mga buffer zone sila. Ibig sabihin, malayo kami sa kanila. At kung sa tinitingin yung mga tangke na yan, medyo delikado, hindi delikado yan kasi may mga ano sila sa loob niyan. Ibig sabihin, may separation. Ang produkto nasa gitna, balot siya ng tubig.
Kumbaga hindi rin naman po sila ilalagay dyan kung delikado po talaga yung mga tangke.
Hindi naman. Siguro sa ngayon talaga ay nasa sobrang safety yan. Kasi hindi naman papasa sa energy board natin kung sakasakali ang pag-inspection nila dyan sa depo ay delikado.
Opo. So nagko-conduct po ba yung mga taga oil depot po ng safety drills?
Every 3 months may safety fire drill kaming ibig sabihin, every 3 months nag-conduct na sila ng fire safety dito sa area namin. Kasi bukod sa kanila, ini-involve din ang barangay. Para at least, ibig sabihin, maging safety ang area. Ngayon, dito sa amin, nakapaligid kami talaga ng fire hydrant. In case na magkaroon ng fire sa labas, andiyan dyan kaagad ang oil depot para patayin. At bukod pa, may mga volunteer kami dito talaga sa paligid na to. May mga volunteer kami na alam na nila ang gagawin. Kasi nakadrill kami palagi.
Opo. So regular naman po yung safety drill po nila?
Safety drill.
Opo. Regular. Tapos, aprobado po ba kayo dun sa mga ordinansa na pinapaalis po yung oil depot dito sa Pandacan?
Yun, ang oil depot sa tingin ko, kung karapat-dapat silang umalis, wala kami magagawa. Kasi siyempre, hindi naman kami kung sa amin, pabor sa amin yun. Kasi maraming nagtatrabaho na malapit dito. Ngayon, kung kailangan, wala kami magagawa. Tsaka, ang ibig sabihin ay, ang oil depot na to, since na ako nagkaroon ng isip, ay nandiyan na sila. Ngayon, ibig sabihin, malaking dagok sa bansa natin kung biglang aalis yan. Kasi kung ilipat man nila sa bating probinsya o sa malayo dito sa Maynila, ay lalong mamahal ang mga krudo siguro, ang mga langis. Kasi, siyempre, hindi naman papayag ang oil depot na kung ano ang bili nila doon, natutubo lang sila ng konti. Siyempre, lahat ng mga ipapatong nila na gastos, mapupunta din sa mga mamamayan, sa mga kumukonsumo. Kaya, sa tingin ko, magandang nandito sila sa sentro. Kasi madali sila nilang i-spread ang produkto nila. Hindi gaanong katagalan. Kasi, kung malayo man yan, sigurado magkakaroon ng shortage. Sigurado. 100%. Kaya, ililipat nila sa parting Batangas. Gaano kalayo ang papunta dito? Samantalang yan sila, may mga pipeline na sila. Naalala nyo siguro sa Magallanes, yung nabutas doon. Pipeline nila yun. Parang Batangas to dito. Ibig sabihin, kung magbobomba silang papunta rito sa sentro, isang bukas mo lang, dito na kagad ng produkto.
So, malaki po yung naitutulong ng oil depot bukod po sa mamayan ng Pandacan, pati na rin po sa ekonomiya ng bansa.
Oo, yun.
Opo.
Malaking itutulong yan. Kasi, Ibig sabihin, kung ililipat man yan, magbibuild na naman sila ng panibagong, take siguro ng habang panahon.
Sige po, Chairman. Maraming salamat po sa niyo po sa.
So there you go. This wraps up our documentary. We have seen now and what people think about Pandacan Oil Depot.
We have concluded that people are used to live near the Pandacan Oil Depot.
Also, they're already comfortable with it, and they don't look like they mind the risks at all. But I'm sure whatever is the final decision upon this matter would be the benefit for everyone in this community.
Nevertheless, whatever our belief in life is, we have the responsibility to protect each other.
So there you go. This wraps up our documentary. We have seen now and what people think about oil, Pandacan, and people.